I call this meeting to order at 7:31 p.m. We will now move into Section 2, swearing in. There is none. We will now move into Section 3, roll call.
When I call your name, please say present. Senator Fan,
Present.
Senator Otten,
Present.
Senator Beam,
Present.
Senator Tiwana,
Present.
Senator Souls,
Present.
Senator Peng,
Present.
Senator Argumedo,
Present.
Senator Mallard,
Present.
Senator Owens,
Present.
Senator Brown,
Present.
Senator Casiro Safar,
Present.
Senator Miller,
Present.
Senator Seals, Senator Raisul Haq, Senator Sheikh, Senator Hansen,
Present.
Senator Beatty,
Present.
Senator Arteaga,
Present.
Senator Boyd,
Present.
Senator Haynes,
Present.
Senator Mungarevani,
Present.
Senator Sadat, Senator,
Present.
Senator Hatch,
Present.
and Senator Lewis.
Present.
With 21 present, we have a simple majority of 10.5 and a 2/3 majority of 14.
Thank you. We'll now move into Section 4, messages from the student body president. There is none. We'll now move into Section 5, 3-minute floor speeches. In lieu of senators using public forum as a mechanism to address the Senate, a senator may seek recognition to give a speech on a subject of their choice, not exceeding 3 minutes in duration. 3-minute speeches are focused on specific topics. Senators may only hold the floor once during this time period. Are there any senators that wish to speak during this time? Senator Owens, you have the floor.
Hey team, I work in the Undergraduate Research and Creative Activity Hub. Some of you know me because I've interviewed you before. And we are doing research currently to get undergraduate perspectives on research. This past spring, we were able to research and do kind of interviews and things like that for faculty. And now we are doing undergraduate research interviews to kind of make sure we get all of your perspectives on the research process. So if you are interested in interviewing or things like that, please let me know. It's like a super easy 10-minute process where I just ask you a slew of questions of what research means to you, when do you think people should conduct research and things like that. And if you want to be a part of a publication and get your number in the draw there for like a percentage number and get interviewed, let me know. And I can email you and we can set up a time and be very beautiful and cool. But I'm open to any questions if anyone has any.
Are there any questions for Senator Owens? Seeing none, thank you. Are there any other senators that wish to speak during this time? Seeing none, we'll now move into Section 6, Public Forum. Public forum provides a chance for individuals to have the privilege of speaking before the Senate, limited to 3 minutes only. This is a time for our Senate to listen to what the community has to say, and to that we offer our undivided respect and attention. I would like to remind everyone that, although we allow the speakers the privilege to use this platform, the opinions of the speakers do not reflect the opinions of the association. Are there any individuals who wish to speak in public forum at this time? Advocate Island, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. For those of you that may not be familiar, my name is Jaden Island, and I currently serve as the undergraduate student advocate. I just wanted to share that on next Monday, we will be having our first meeting for the Accessibility and Disability Pride Task Force. So if you're interested in learning more about accessibility here on campus and disability pride and things of that nature, please feel free to join us on Monday from 5 to 6 p.m. in the football room, so that's RSC room 202. And I'm open to any additional questions that you guys might have.
Are there any questions for Advocate Island? Senator Owens?
Hello, hello. Can you share a little bit more into what kind of initiatives or topics or things like that was addressed last year with undergraduate advocate Wassinger, and then how that will differ, change, or continue now that we're continuing it this year?
Thank you. So I know lots of the initiatives kind of started by Emeritus Advocate Wassinger was kind of just to start stirring up those conversations about what accessibility looks like here on campus. I know a lot of the semester was spent helping for sort of a search committee to have an ADA coordinator here on campus. And while some of those discussions are still sort of in place, I wanted during this session to kind of move towards more broader conversations of what accessibility looks like in higher education. So I'll be providing the people that are coming. You'll have access to administration and staff on campus that have sort of some firsthand experience. So partners that we have in the Office of Student Accessibility and Testing that will be able to come and speak with us, as well as just talking about what AI accessibility looks like in the classroom and other things of that nature as well.
Are there any further questions for Advocate Island? Seeing none, thank you. We will now move into Section 7, Introductions and Reports. We will now move into 7.1, Report from the Executive Branch.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. Okay. So I'm just going to keep this brief. But Student Body President Wong is addressing vacancies for the Graduate Student Advocate and Director of Leadership and Engagement, and coordinating with Speaker Fawn on agency outreach, and preparing a KBOR presentation on SGA for Friday, and supporting the FGSO President Search. I am currently taking over Freshman Leadership Council for now until we fill that position, planning upcoming meetings, coordinating committee appointments, and preparing for SGA week, which is next week. Treasurer Bum has reported that organizations have been notified of funding allocations, and Chief of Staff Fritz has been just managing Senate bills. Director of Legislative Affairs and Policy, Aarons, is updating the legislation tracker, finalizing community garden legislation, and just preparing for Senate discussions and workshops. Director of Media Relations, Zhang, is updating the website, producing the newsletter's 3rd issue, and creating graphics for multiple campaigns. Director of Community Engagement and Outreach, Alvarez, has finalized SGA Week vendors and logistics for next week, has been organizing tabling opportunities, and is collaborating with the Shockers Vote Coalition for a potential event. Director of Health and Wellness Raju is tracking menstrual product refills, collaborating with JDOC on student-free clinic outreach, and preparing for fall vaccine clinics, and organizing October's Social Wellness and Safety Week. Director of Student Organization Morshed is awaiting RSO renewal updates and preparing presentations for visits. Director of Athletic Engagement Murphy is promoting athletic events, organizing a Fun Shocker tailgate on November 4th, and tracking sports schedules and updates. Director of Food Insecurity and Sustainability, Taylor, is working on the planning and processes for the SGA Community Market. Director of Professional Opportunities, Guthrie, is hosting informational sessions and planning a soft skills workshop. And then lastly, Undergraduate Student Advocate Island is managing 3 academic appeals, 2 harassment cases, and 2 enrollment concerns while coordinating the meeting for September 8th. But yeah, that's what we've been up to.
Are there any questions for Vice President Lin? Seeing none, thank you. We will now move into 7.2, report from the Speaker of the Student Senate. So good evening, everyone. I hope your Labor Day weekend went well. For my update, all the appropriations bills that were passed last week have been signed by President Wong, Treasurer Bum, Clerk Thompson, and I. They will probably be processed within the SGA system within the next week or so. Chief of Staff Ritz is out for this week, so that's why they haven't been scanned in the system, and the copies haven't been sent out quite yet, but they should be as soon as they're processed. Last Friday, Vice President Nguyen, Advocate Island, Advisor Madison, and I met for our first hardship fund meeting, where we allocate some funds for a couple different applicants. Tomorrow, each senator, excluding chairpersons, should be receiving communication from me on scheduling our monthly one-on-one meetings. If you do not receive an email from me by Friday, please reach out to me. Additionally, SGA will be visiting Spectrum tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. at their general meeting to talk about SGA and CAT, introduce ourselves to their general body. If you are interested in participating in this meeting, please talk to me or talk to me after Senate so that I can send you more details and the calendar invite. Additionally, the Involvement Fair is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. So I would highly encourage you all to talk to student groups on campus. As an incentive for the Involvement Fair, I am personally will give $50 to the senator that talked to the most RSOs tomorrow. So I will make a document that will have where people can sign off on who they talk to and have the org president sign off on that. So if that's the incentive to talk to students, I don't know what else more I can do for you besides the $50. So I'll send that document out later tonight, and I hope that you are all there tomorrow to talk to students. This week has been a relatively busy week for me, so my goal is to respond to everyone's emails and messages by tomorrow evening at the very latest. Additionally, I've been working with Senate leadership and Director Arends on legislation related to agency bylaws, instituting pro temp language, linking community gardens and Senate resolutions. If any of those topics interest you, please let me know. Additionally, the SGA midterm elections are open, so if you know anyone that is interested in being a part of Senate, I would strongly encourage them to apply as well. Tonight, we have two pieces of legislation up for consideration. One is amendments to the Freshman Leadership Council bylaws for its first read, and the other is an appointment to the Finance Commission for its first and final read. Finally, next week is SGA week, so every day we will have an event Monday through Friday. On Thursday, we will have a SGA lawn party from 11 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Shocker Hall Plaza. This day is specifically for students to get to know senators. So this event is mandatory for senators. If you cannot make it, I ask that you fill out the excuse form on Shocker Sync. If you have class, no worries. It's just that opportunity for students to meet you all as senators. I will send more details within the next few days with information on what you need to wear, the attire, what that looks like, and what you need to be prepared to talk about as well. Additionally, because it is SGA week, we will not have Senate committees, Committee of the Whole, or Senate next Wednesday due to the State of the Student Body address. The State of the Student Body is mandatory for all senators, so I expect you all to be there, and I sent a calendar invite to you all as well. If you cannot make it to that, I ask that you fill out the Shocker Sync form as well, and we'll also have some snacks, I believe, for the State of the Student Body. As always, if you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me at sja.speaker@wichita.edu, or you can reach out to me via GroupMe or text. Thank you all. I will stand for any questions that you may have. Are there any questions? Senator Owens?
Not a question, but I will be there tabling as Dream President, so please pop on over and I'll sign whatever you need, okay? Get your $50.
And also to clarify, I am only giving one person $50. It's a person that talked to the most RSOs. So go talk to RSOs. Are there any more questions for any senators? Senator Austin?
Could you repeat that date for the lawn party that you mentioned?
Yes, the lawn party will be next Thursday. So I believe that is September 11th. Are there any further questions from senators? Okay, seeing none, we'll now move into 7.3, report from the Senate chairpersons. We'll start off with Academic Affairs Chairperson Kasir Safar.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to share a brief update on the initiatives I've been working on. The last time I reported, I mentioned our discussion on the plus or minus grading policy, as well as the possibility of shifting from traditional textbook to digital resources. Since then, my focus has been on collecting input and doing background research to guide the next steps. This involves engaging with both students and faculty to make sure our choices represent the needs of community, reviewing patterns at the regional and national level, and learning from the approaches taken at the peer institutions. Also moving forward, I also intend to connect with the member of the Academic Affairs Cabinet for introductory meetings. These conversations will help establish collaboration, strengthen communication, and ensure our efforts are aligned with the broader academic priorities of the university.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Chairperson Kassir so far? Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
We will now move into the report from Government Oversight Chairperson Tawana.
Good evening, everyone. So far what we have done is reviewed all the agency bylaws. We should be done by adding all the comments on the master document by today. So other than that, I was part of the Finance Commission as we went over the appropriations last week, which got approved by the Senate as well. Currently with the Government Oversight Committee, with the midterm elections coming up, we noticed that there's some language that needs to be clarified in the SGA bylaws, especially in Article 2, Section E, I believe, because it states incoming freshmen for the freshman senators, and we had say like, can we clarify first year students different from freshman students? So we'll be working on that in the upcoming committees meetings. So hopefully we'll come up with a legislation from government oversight based on that one. And secondly, the other one was like for midterm elections, we don't have any specific bylaws because the SGA bylaw states special elections. Since we have been having midterm elections for, I believe, 3-4 years now, so why not just clarify in the SGA bylaws as well? So I think that would be a good initiative. As Government Oversight Committee, we'll be working on that legislation as well. So that's pretty much it from my end. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, and to clarify, this is our second year of the midterm elections. Are there any further questions for Chairperson Tawana? Seeing none, thank you. We will now hear the report from Student Services Chairperson Hansen. Yeah, we can go to Chairperson Hansen and then we'll go.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's long weekend was relaxing. I have mostly been catching up on emails and preparing for the upcoming committee meetings, as there are several initiatives my committee aims to accomplish this session. I'm also in the process of scheduling monthly one-on-ones with my senators in the committee, as well as my cabinet counterparts. As mentioned by Undergraduate Advocate Island, we also do have our first Accessibility and Disability Pride Task Force meeting on Monday, so I look forward on updating everyone on that. But that's it.
Are there any questions for Chairperson Hansen? Seeing none, thank you. We'll now move into the report from Diversity, Empowerment, and Inclusion Chairperson Ping.
Hi everyone. So for my updates, it's kind of a little bit more hefty side as our agencies have been very, very busy. For me personally, I'm still in the process of reviewing the bylaws and constitutions. So once I'm finished, Speaker Fawn, Chairperson Tawana, Director Arns, and I will meet once more to go over the recommendations before meeting with the said agencies. to make those recommendations. As for agency updates, like I said, just bear with me just for a minute because our agencies have been busy. ASC had their first general meeting last Wednesday in Woosley. I could not make it due to attending the President's Social, but attending their cabinet meeting this past Sunday, it sounded like it was a great success. As for Halo, they had their bracelet making night for their first general meeting last Wednesday. Again, couldn't make it due to attending the President's Social, but from their cabinet meeting yesterday, it also sounded like it was a great success. They also had another event today of testing your knowledge in Spanish. It included 2 Kahoots and prizes for the winners. We have a said winner in our Senate chambers, but I'm not going to embarrass her tonight. But there was that. And then for Spectrum, they had a karaoke party last Thursday as their first general meeting. And tomorrow, like Speaker Fawn has mentioned, they have invited SGA to their general meeting as an SGA collab. So if you like more details on that, please reach out to me or Speaker Fawn after Senate. And then BSU has been very busy within the first week of classes for their Welcome Black Week. They filled every day with fun events for students like their Grill and Groove, Finders Keepers, and Mix and Mingle, and more. They did cancel their pool party this past Saturday due to the weather, but other than that, it was a week filled of fun events, and I stand for questions.
Are there any questions for Chairperson Payne? Seeing none, thank you. We will now move into 7.4, report from the central office.
The only thing I want to remind folks is about the election and making sure that you're sharing information that the SJ social media has. There was an informational meeting today with a few individuals who came to that, but do please continue to share the information with your constituents or just publicly out there for folks. The SJ website has all the information about the election and the timeline, the dates, application, all those things. So please kind of help us push that out since those were the election for the senators. Other than that, that is all that I have.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Advisor Fonseca? Senator Hatch?
Yeah, I just noticed the retreat that was scheduled was canceled. I'm assuming that was just so the new senators from this election cycle would be in on it when it happens.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, last year we tested this out as well, and I think as we kind of look at just timeline and schedule, knowing that retreat, and then 3 weeks later we would have new folks, I think we're gonna kind of go back a little bit to regroup a little bit with maybe the best way to also welcome new senators into the space. So we are gonna postpone that for now. Speaker Fawn and I will kind of get together and talk a little bit about maybe what to do differently with newer folks who are joining the Senate when the election is over, since it would be about 2-3 weeks later that new folks will be sitting with us. So yes, it is removed from your calendar for next week, and then we'll have more information about what we kind of do next. It may not be a retreat type of thing, but it may kind of be just a I'm going to use retreat-esque type of experience because I don't know what else to call it for right now, for us to make sure that our new folks are kind of transitioned in as well.
Are there any more questions for Advisor Fonseca? Senator Argumento?
You mentioned that they had one of the rules and regulations meeting today. Do we know what senator positions might be filled with these incoming senators?
We did not ask, so I do not know.
Are there any further questions for Advisor Fonseca? Seeing none, thank you. We will now move into Section 8, the consent agenda. I just realized I forgot to upload the meeting minutes, so that will be moved to our next Senate meeting. With that, we will now move into Section 9, pending business. There is none. We'll now move into Section 10, new business. And before we go into 10.1, I will hand the chair off to Vice President Nguyen.
We will now move into 10.1. The clerk may read.
Act on request to approve SB-68-108 amendments to the Freshman Leadership Council.
Is the author here and wish to speak? You have the floor.
All right, thank you. So this legislation would make amendments to the Freshman Leadership Council and the bylaws that we currently have written for FLC. Last year, in the 67th session, I wrote the language to formalize the Freshman Leadership Council into our SJ bylaws. After having the application period for this year, currently we have, I think, around 8 or 9 applicants, so we're not quite at that 10-person threshold. So this Senate bill would remove the minimums for the Freshman Leadership Council, and then also not require them to go before Senate as a confirmation to be confirmed into the role. In the past 2 or 3 Freshman Leadership Councils before this year, they did not go through the Senate to be confirmed either. And I think talking to some freshman students, I think Senate confirmation is a barrier for some students in being a part of Freshman Leadership Council, as some people get a little bit nervous before Senate in their first time. And also, I don't believe it's really necessary to have the Senate confirm members of the Freshman Leadership Council. Additionally, some other changes that I made was I no longer put in the Freshman Leadership Council the total number of freshman senators being at Freshman Leadership Council, but rather I shifted it to be just all freshman senators would have a seat in FLC in the case that we changed the number of Senate seats there are for freshman senators again. But I will stand for any questions if anyone has any questions about some of the bylaw changes that I made.
Are there any questions? Senator Hatch?
Yeah, under section 2.3, I believe, the council representatives shall be removed by act of the student body president upon formal notification of the Senate. Was that the way it was before? Is this just formally putting it in writing? Just kind of what's the thought process there?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So before, I was trying to make it consistent with some of our other committees, like our Student Organizations Council, where the student body president can remove a member of FLC. I think there are other mechanisms to remove members, but that creates a more formal method that's in line with the Student Organizations Council, the Finance Commission, and other executive committees as well.
Are there any other questions? Okay. Seeing none, this legislation has been assigned to the Government Oversight Committee. I will now hand the chair back over to Speaker Fawn.
Thank you. We'll now move into 10.2. The clerk may read.
Act on request to approve SB-68-109, appointing Grace Naylor as the freshman commissioner.
Is the author here wish to speak? You have the floor.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be presenting Grace Naylor as the freshman commissioner for the Finance Commission. But a little bit about Grace. She's a freshman majoring in political science and has already demonstrated a strong commitment to leadership and service through her involvement in the Honors College, the Student Ambassador Society, and her plans to engage in Greek life. With a strong background in mathematics, she brings a thoughtful and analytical approach to ensuring that funding is allocated responsibly and transparently. Grace is dedicated to maximizing the impact of campus resources by creating meaningful opportunities that support student success. Her broad campus involvement allows her to understand and represent diverse student perspectives, positioning her as a highly capable and well-rounded advocate for the student body.
Are there any questions for Vice President Nguyen? Seeing none, thank you. We will now move into the debate period for this item. Are there any senators that wish to speak in debate at this time? Senator Mallard?
Motion to approve by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections to this motion? Seeing none, is adopted as such. We will now move into section 11, adjournment. Before we go, just a reminder that we will have State of the Student Body instead of Senate and committees and committee in the whole for next week as well. So with that, the Student Government Association Student Senate will stand in adjournment until Wednesday, September 17th at 7:30 p.m. I hereby adjourn this meeting at 8 o'clock p.m.